Hello everyone, and welcome back to another weekly tips video from the Verein für berufliche Weiterbildung. My name is Mark, and this week I'd like to talk to you about vocabulary, specifically building vocabulary. Building and expanding our vocabulary is very important because without words in our vocabulary we won't even be able to focus on things like pronunciation, grammar, tenses, etc. One of the most popular questions that I get is, how do I learn vocabulary? There's no one single answer, but I'm going to show you a strategy that helps me and can be personalized for each individual learner so they hopefully find the most efficient and best way to build up the words that they know. This strategy is called lexical chunks. Now it sounds a little foreign or an odd word, but in fact, lexical we know from the word lexicon, and chunks is a synonym or alternative for pieces. So if we think of lexicon as dictionary or words, and chunks as pieces, lexical chunks, the strategy, can be easily understood as word pieces. Now, lexical chunks, or word pieces, are very important to how we learn language and also helps us to individualize the vocabulary we're building. What that really boils down to is that the words we focus on, it's not always helpful to translate one-to-one, but when we look at it in context, the words or chunks around our target vocabulary, it can help us to better understand, better remember, and also filter out different meanings for one single word. The strategy works best when we find a single word or a phrase around our specific vocabulary. It's important to remember that everybody can have different lexical chunks, so try and find the best for you personally. That's how you can individualize the process. Let's first look at the word book. A language book can help us to learn, or we can read a book as a nice hobby. Alternatively, we can use the word book like to book a hotel when we go on holiday, or we can even book a table at our favorite restaurant, which is the same like to reserve a table. These are just a few examples of many possible word pieces that give our vocabulary book a clearer context. When we change the lexical chunks, we see book can be a noun or an object, and also be used as a verb or an action. Let's take a look at a couple more vocabulary ideas. For example, the word paint. Now, as an action or a verb, we can paint a room if we're doing renovations, or we can paint a painting if we're creative and also like to do this maybe as a hobby or even a career. On the other side, paint can be bought, like to buy a can of paint in the store, or to mix paint to get the right color tone we want for whatever our project is. Lastly, one of the most misused vocabulary for German learners is the word handy. It does not mean mobile phone or a cell phone or any kind of phone. In English, handy means practical or useful. For example, a handy machine or gadget could be the washing machine or a computer. A gadget, something smaller that's handy, could be a calculator, or even your mobile phone is a handy gadget. Handyman, which is completely different and is someone who is very good at repairs or building things around the house. In German, you would say Handwerker. Handy also has some different uses in phrases, like, do you have a pen or pencil handy? Which means, do you have a pen or pencil in the near that you can use to write down some important information, or maybe lend to someone. And of course, hopefully like these videos, you can say, that's handy, oh, wie praktisch, which is great for any situation where something is useful and helpful. Finally, it's important to remember that you should only try and focus on one word piece or phrase or sentence that goes around your specific vocabulary, something that is easy for you to remember and a good practical way you can use it in a sentence or in spoken English. If you remember the word pieces or the lexical chunks around your vocabulary you're trying to remember, it's a much easier way, a shortcut, or in German, Eselsbrücke, that can help you to remember that word for the future. As always, we hope you're staying healthy and safe. Greetings from all of us at the Verein für berufliche Weiterbildung. Keep learning at home and hope to see you again soon in the classroom. Alright, bye!